Terrence the tractor has been working on Thomas's branch line for a very long time. He likes to greet his friends whenever they pass him by. One stormy day, he had to stay in his shed. He could tread through the mud easily. However, due to the lightning, Farmer Finney thought it would be safe if Terrence stayed inside until the storm passed.
This is starting off to be a terrible day. How much longer until the storm is over?
The weather report said the lightning and rain should last for another 20 minutes. Once that's over, we can start work.
That's good. I'm ready to start working. We'll have lots to do, especially with this mud. I know I can easily travel through this muck. However, I prefer dry soil.
A little later, the storm passed, and Farmer Finney took Terrence out of his shed to prepare him for work.
Looks like there's clear skies ahead for the rest of the day. Let's get you ready for work.
Farmer Finney took Terrence to be refueled. However, that day, something was going to ruin Terrence's spirit.
Here we go, old boy. Some fresh fuel for your engine. We should be done within the hour. All this mud should be dried up then.
As the tractor was chugging along his field, his engine started to get hot.
Finney, are you sure I'm getting fuel in my injector?
Yes, you got plenty of fuel. Watch out, your treads are slipping in the mud.
Daisy was exiting the tunnel when she noticed Terrence struggling to get traction in the mud. Suddenly, something snapped, and his engine coughed black smoke.
Terrence, are you okay? I saw everything as I was coming out of the tunnel.
I think I overdid it. While I was treading the mud, I couldn't get a good grip.
I'll call ahead to the signal man and tell them that we stopped, and give them a warning that something's going on. Maybe they can send some help.
After Terrence's engine cooled down, Farmer Finney checked all over him to make sure nothing else was broken. Then that's when he noticed something was wrong as he looked inside Terrence's fuel tank.
Terrence, I think I found the problem.
What's wrong, Finney?
I think you got water inside your fuel tank. That's why you were overheating. You were running on water, not petrol.
That's why I was struggling to get going. And I pushed myself too hard and broke down.
It looks like it. And I mean, it's been a while since you had a good long maintenance on your engine.
That's well and all, but if I'm not here working, who's going to plow my field and do odd jobs?
Me, of course.
On a flatbed was Trevor, and then a familiar bell rang. Toby arrived with the traction engine. Richard Hatt arrived on the scene in Toby's cab.
Trevor, what are you doing here?
Trevor's here to work in your field while you're away being repaired.
That's right, Terrence. I'll be helping Farmer Finney while you're away.
How about your orchard? Aren't you needed there?
Work has been slow, so Jim Cole allowed me to come here and help in your field.
Well, I appreciate the help and all, but working in a field is different from an orchard. There's plowing, sowing seeds, and...
Oh, I know. There's a lot of work to do here, but don't worry. I'll take care of it all.
Terrence, I'm sure Trevor will do well while you're gone. As soon as you're back, we can catch up on what you missed.
Right then. Let's get you onto this flat.
Trevor towed Terrence towards the flatbed and was lifted onto it. The workers secured him with chains.
Let's get you to the repair shop, Terrence.
Don't worry, Terrence. I'm sure you'll be back as soon as possible.
I hope so, Daisy. And thanks for the ride, Toby.
Toby pulled Terrence away. Daisy soon followed suit with her passengers. Farmer Finney walked up to Trevor.
What's my first job for today, Farmer Finney?
Eager to start working, are you? That's good. Terrence and I were starting to plough this field, mixing up the mud with the dry soil underneath.
It's different than what I'm used to at the orchard, but sounds fun. Let's get me hitched to that plow.
Meanwhile, down on the branch line, Terrence started worrying.
What's the matter, Terrence?
Oh, it's nothing much, Toby. I'm just worried I won't be repaired very quickly. And that Trevor will do too good a job while I'm away. And that Finney will keep him for longer.
Oh, you know Farmer Finney won't replace you. And I'm sure Trevor will be back in his orchard as soon as you're fixed.
I hope so, Toby. This is not starting to be a good day for me.
Meanwhile, back at the field, Trevor finished plowing the last row of soil.
Nice job, Trevor. Now to sow some seeds for a crop of wheat.
I always wondered what gets planted here. I didn't know Terrence collects grain.
Of course, we help provide the main ingredients for the bakery.
That's lovely. You help them with their breads and cake.
Yes, it is. Now we'll go get the bag of seeds to plant.
As Farmer Finney went to find the seeds, Trevor heard a whistle. Thomas was soon seen puffing down the line.
Oh, Trevor, what are you doing here?
Terrence sadly got into an accident. Apparently he fueled up with water instead of petrol. He pushed himself too hard and broke something. I'm here to help take care of his field while he's away.
Poor Terrence. Well, I'm glad someone is taking care of his work while he's away. Oh, there's my signal. I'll see you later, Trevor.
Goodbye, Thomas. Take care.
Farmer Finney soon returned with the seeds with his helper.
Okay, Trevor, I got the seeds and my helper here. She's got the seed planter prepared for us over by the tracks. So we'll go over there and start planting the seeds.
Sounds good, Farmer Finney. Let's get started.
Meanwhile, Toby soon arrived at the repair yard with Terrence.
Ah, Terrence, we heard from Farmer Finney that you needed to be fixed.
Yeah, how long do you think I'll be out of commission?
You may be out of service for at least a couple days. Once we fixed your engine and drain your fuel tank, you'll be back to plowing your field.
I hope so too. Hopefully Trevor can handle all my jobs.
I'm sure you will be fixed within no time. Take care, Terrence.
See you later, Toby. I hope everything will be okay.
Back at the field, Trevor finished plowing the field and sowing all the seeds.
I didn't know it took so long to plant seed. I'm glad we finished when we did.
You can rest for a bit. Our next job will be to take some deliveries into town.
Funny. That's a job I do with Jem Cole back at the orchard.
I'm glad there's a job you're familiar with. While you're resting, my helper and I will start getting the cart ready for the deliveries.
Sounds good, Farmer Finney. Let me know when we're ready to leave.
Soon, Farmer Finney and his helper finished loading up the cart with crates, and he soon came back to Trevor.
Wake up, Trevor. We're ready to leave so we can deliver these supplies.
That was fast. So what's our first stop?
We're starting at Farquhar, as I heard the station is needing some bags of recently harvested grain, and some planks of wood for fences.
That doesn't sound too troublesome for a delivery. I'll get attached to the trailer.
Trevor hitched up to the trailer, and Farmer Finney started driving the traction engine onto the road, heading to Farquhar. They soon arrived. The yard was very busy. Trevor noticed Mavis struggling with her trucks.
Hello, Mavis. What's the matter?
Oh, hello, Trevor. These trucks are causing me grief. As I was shunting them, they decided to be troublesome and derailed themselves in the mud. Now I can't get them out. They're stuck.
Let's see if I can pull them out.
After unhooking Trevor from the cart, Farmer Finney got a chain and attached one end to the trucks, and the other to the back of Trevor.
Ready, Trevor?
I'm ready for anything.
Give up, you antique. You belong in the museum.
Don't you dare call him old. He's a really useful traction engine who can do anything.
You lot aren't even trying to hold me back. I'm surprised the workers haven't scrapped you.
Nah, don't be silly. We're more reliable than a broken-down traction engine.
As the trucks were giggling, they didn't realize Trevor finally had them back onto the rails.
Oh, come on! At least let me get a pedicure from my wheels first. They're hideous! I mean, come on! Look at me!
That was amazing, Trevor. Thanks.
Oh, it's no trouble, Mavis. I'm always happy to help my friend.
See you later, Trevor. Got to take these trucks back to the quarry.
And Mavis headed back to the quarry. Farmer Finney gave Trevor a break after towing the trucks back on the track.
That was amazing work, Trevor. I'll let you rest for a bit while I'll deliver the supplies to the station.
Of course, Farmer Finney. I'll be ready whenever you get back.
Farmer Finney returned with crates outside the station. He soon walked up to Trevor.
Bad news, Trevor. Mavis forgot to take some supplies up to the quarry.
What's in those crates?
I heard from the station master there's tools for the workers to fix the machines.
We must take them up to the quarry right away. Something's bound to go wrong.
Trevor soon headed up the road towards the quarry. However, unknown to him, his journey was going to have a few bumps along the way.
Never been down this way before. How much further until we reach Enofa Quarry?
We got another mile until we reach it. We better stop as there's a crossing up ahead.
Yes, safe and caution. But what are the chances something will come flying down the line?
Trevor stopped for a minute to check if the coast was clear, then started going across the line. And that's when it happened. Coming down the line was Percy. His trucks were pushing him against him, hoping to cause a trouble and derail.
Look out, Trevor! Incoming! Oh no!
Farmer Finney tumbled off Trevor from being hit by the cart that broke into pieces and the crate of supplies. Trevor got hit by a flying wrench.
Ooh. Is everyone okay?
I'm all right. A bit battered after rolling on the ground.
Excuse me. I think I'm needing some help being put back on the line.
Don't worry, Percy. We'll call for some help and have a crane brought here.
I appreciate it, Trevor. My trucks were behaving very badly.
A little later, Thomas arrived with the breakdown gang. They soon lifted Percy back onto the rails. He wasn't too damaged, after looking him over, but a couple of his trucks would have to be mended.
Thanks, Thomas. Trevor, you're not hurt, are you? I'm sorry for breaking the cart.
Oh, it's all right, Percy. Besides a slight headache, I'm fine. We were delivering supplies to the quarry since Mavis forgot to take them with.
Well, I'm sure that she'll be happy that you bought the supplies for her.
Trevor soon headed up to the quarry to give the workers their tools.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in a hurry dealing with my trucks after they derailed. I forgot to pick the supplies up.
Them with no need to worry about heading back to Farquhar. Look, I have brought them to you.
Thanks a lot, Trevor. I really appreciate you helping me again.
Any time, Mavis. Happy to help.
What happened to the cart you had earlier? I bet you had some adventure on your journey up here?
Yes, well, I thought my journey was going to be a peaceful one, but Percy became a runaway and crashed into the cart at the crossing. Said his trucks were in a bad mood and decided to take it out on whoever took them.
Yeah, apparently here in the yard we have a really bad apple who didn't get what he wanted and asked the trucks to do crazy stuff with him. I'm looking at you, Rickety.
What? If no engine would listen to Diesel 10 when he wanted to be the controller, I thought I had a chance to be controller. However, no one ever pays any attention to us trucks for some reason. You know, I just wanted my friends to misbehave and cause mischief. Is there anything really wrong with that?
And look where your friends ended up. They've damaged themselves and now they are being repaired.
You really make bad decisions, don't you, Rickety?
Oh, come on, don't pretend that you have a dislike for me. Everyone loves me. And it's even worse when Mike does it to Frank. And their relationship, oh boy, that's a rocky one. Yeah, you know, they tolerate each other.
I'm glad the workers now have their tools to fix Mavis and the machines.
That was a nice thing you did for them, Trevor. Luckily we stuck around to notice Mavis forgot to take them with her.
I'm always happy to help my friends whenever they're in trouble.
Trevor soon arrived back at the farm, and Farmer Finney drove him back to the shed.
There you go, old boy. Back in the nice warm shed. You had a busy day today.
So what's the plan for tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not sure, but I think we'll have something planned then.
Right, Farmer Finney. See you in the morning.
Back at the repair yard, Terrence was fast asleep when he started having a nightmare.
I'm sorry, Terrence. That's the 4th time you broke down this week. I can't keep repairing you. Besides, your petrol is getting very expensive to purchase. Bertie and the others, they're running on vegetable oil, which is more fuel efficient.
But Finney, why not convert me to a fuel-efficient engine? I'm sure I can run on the oil.
I'm sure you would, Terrence, but your mechanical parts are old. I just don't have the money to fix you up. I'm sorry, old fella, but I can't afford to own you anymore.
Who is going to help around the farm if you don't have a vehicle to take you around?
Don't you worry, Terrence. Since vegetable oil is a much more common fuel source, I'll be taking over your work from now on. Jim Cole retired. He sold me to Farmer Finney. Now I'll have a new home.
But Finney, you're not serious, are you?
I'm sorry, Terrence, but times are changing. I want something a little old-fashioned. People love that kind of stuff. Ah, here's Diesel. He'll be taking you away.
Hop aboard, Terrence. I heard Ari and Bert can't wait to meet you. They'll turn you into paperweights.
Finney, please don't let him take me away.
I'm sorry, Terrence. One vehicle is plenty for me to own and keep. I've already paid for some scrap dealers to take you away.
No, Finney, please, reconsider.
Say goodbye, Terrence. No one wants you.
Pinchy is hungry. Time for a scrapping.
No, please don't scrap me.
What's wrong, Terrence? Why the screaming?
Sorry about the noise, sir. I had a terrible nightmare. I was worried Finny was going to sell me for scrap. Trevor was going to replace me for good. Diesel was going to take me to the smelter's yard, and I would be turned into paperweights.
It's okay, Terrence. Farmer Finney would never replace you. Meanwhile, I have good news. Since we're ahead of schedule with your repair, you'll be ready to leave sometime tomorrow.
That's great to hear. I can't wait to get back and do work again.
Now please get some sleep. The sooner you get back to sleep, the sooner we'll be able to finish the job.
Trevor, I have some big news. Because you did some amazing work yesterday with those trucks, the station master wants you to help with the shunting yard.
Oh, what about the work here? Is there anything I can do around the farm?
Unfortunately not. We delivered most of the supplies yesterday. And I haven't told you this yet. Sometime Terrence helps out with shunting whenever the branch line engines aren't available.
Terrence isn't back yet. You want me to help at Farquhar?
Yes, Mavis gave you a good recommendation to the station master yesterday, after helping her.
Oh, I'm sure I can pull some trucks into line.
Wonderful. Let's head to the station. I'm sure there's a lot of work to do.
Trevor and Farmer Finney headed to Farquhar, and they soon noticed how many trucks were in the yard.
Gracious me! I didn't realize how many trucks were here.
Well, some of them were the survivors from yesterday after Percy's accident, and the rest are from an earlier stone delivery that Toby brought.
Okay, Farmer Finney. I'm sure these won't be any trouble to handle.
Look there, mates. There's that old antique who caused my friends to get destroyed.
That's a lie. I didn't cause the accident. Rickety was the one who did. Now, if you will excuse me, I must shunt you into line.
Trevor was soon coupled up to the trucks. He started pulling them into place, and he eventually finished the job. Trevor thought he was done for the day, but soon Mavis arrived.
Hello, Trevor. Good to see you again. Thanks again for helping out here in the yard.
Of course, Mavis. Now that I'm done, I can rest.
Sorry, Trevor. Unfortunately, I got more trucks for you.
Oh, okay. I thought this was going to be a simple job. I'm not sure how much more shunting I can take.
As much as I'd like to, unfortunately, I can't stay long, Trevor. I need to take the trucks you shunted back to the quarry. I'm sure someone will come along and help you.
Mavis headed back to the quarry. Trevor rested for a few minutes before going back to work.
Okay, Farmer Finney. Let's get me hooked up to those trucks.
Are you sure, Trevor? Like Mavis mentioned, we could wait for some help to arrive.
No, I'm sure I can do it. Let me give it a good pull.
Trevor tried his best to pull the trucks. However, because he was pulling the last lot of trucks, it took a lot out of him, and he couldn't pull the ones Mavis had brought. Suddenly, a creaking sound could be heard. Trevor's chain finally snapped as he shot forward and landed in some mud.
Oh dear. I thought this job was going to be easy. I'm just too exhausted to pull these. Oh, I wish there was someone to help.
Don't worry, Trevor. I'm here to help you with those trucks.
Terrence, you're back. How were the workers able to mend you so quick?
After draining my engine that was contaminated with water, they found brand new parts and I was soon back in working order. Now, let's get these troublesome trucks in order.
After working together, the two friends managed to get the yard back under control, and soon Percy collected the trucks and headed up the line.
Oh, this work was much easier when we worked together.
I was happy to help my friend. Why don't we talk about what happened while I was gone?
Well, yesterday I helped Farmer Finney sow some seeds. Then I took a delivery to Farquhar.
Terrence listened as Trevor told about his misadventures while helping out.